Good morning, students. Welcome to the virtual classrooms. We are doing certain numericals for chapter number 7 of the chemical equilibrium. Today, we will make it as in few more numericals of chapter number 7, particularly for the equilibrium. Now, these are the numericals which we are having it as in different types than what we did it now, or they are not straightforward where till now we studied it that I got the sum, I got the formula, I substituted the value and I got the answer. These are not going to be the sums like that. Here we are having it as a number of things to be understand. We want to do it one calculation, we want to substitute it in the another, get the third one, like that. Right? We are not going to get the straightforward answers over here. So wherever required, I will be, I won't be using the calculators. I just have done the numericals. I will be using that values of the answers. I will be substituting it. You can get the answers by calculations, right? So here the first numerical we have been given the equilibrium constant at 298 Kelvin. For the reaction Cu plus 2Ag plus gets converted into Cu plus 2 plus 2Ag. In a solution in which copper displaces silver, the concentration of Cu plus 2 is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 2, and concentration of Eg plus is 3 into 10 raised to minus 9. These are given in the terms of mole per liter. Is the system at equilibrium? Is the system is at right? As I already told you that these sums we are not going to get it as straightforward. See, equilibrium constant is given to me, concentrations are given to me. If I want to do it this sum, it's a equilibrium constant that is equals to product upon reactant. But this is the question is asked to me, is this in an equilibrium condition? So what I will have to do it is, here first of all I will have to find out the QC, right? So first of all, when I am having it as in Cu 2Ag plus, it gets converted into Cu plus 2 2Ag. Then it's told to me that this concentration at equilibrium, the concentration at equilibrium is 3 into 10 raised to minus 9, and for this we are having 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 2. If I want to write it as key equilibrium, then what we are going to get it is, we are going to get it as Cu plus 2 Eg whole square Cu Eg plus, but concentration of Cu and Eg is taken as 1 because both are in solid state. So here we have not been given out in the same physical state. These are solid. This is aqueous. Again this is aqueous and this is solid. So we are considering only aqueous. So this one and this one will be considered to be having a value equals to 1. And because of it, what we will be getting, this one will be coming out as QC, quotient. Now here we will be getting the value as QC is equals to 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 2 upon 3 into 10 raised to minus 9 whole square. Right? If I go for the calculation, this one will be 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 2. This one will be 9 into 10 raised to minus 18. Right? So we will be getting the answer as 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 16, sorry, plus 16. That is 2 into 10 raised to 15. This is a QC and KC is given to me. For this, the value of KC was given to me, but I just missed it out to write it. Yeah, it's given to us 2 into 10 raised to 15, the equilibrium constant for it. It's given to us 2 into 10 raised to 15. So what we will be getting here? Kc is equals to Qc, because Kc was 10 raised to 15. This is also 2 into 10 raised to 15. Therefore, reaction is in equilibrium. Now we can say that the reaction is in equilibrium, right? So like that, if I would have been given here something different, then I would have got it as Qc not equals to Kc. So we can say that the reaction is not in an equilibrium condition, right? Okay. Next sum we will be doing it as a similar type of it, so that we can find out whether the reaction, if it is not in an equilibrium condition, then what will be the answer that I should indicate for it, right? So let's do it as another similar type of sum, but this time the Kc and Qc, we will be taking it in such a way that they are not same, right? For the reaction CH4 plus 2H2 as gas, it gets converted into CH2 gas plus 4H2 at 1173 Kelvin. The magnitude of the equilibrium constant Kc is 3.6. For each of the following composition, Okay, here within the question we have been given the two different things, right? The two different values are given to us. It is told that if the concentration is this, whether the reaction will be in an equilibrium condition or not. If it is in an equilibrium condition, then no need to go for any kind of indirection. But if it is not in an equilibrium condition, then specify in which, whether the reaction will be proceeding for forward or whether the reaction will be proceeding for reverse. So for this, what we will have to do it is, first of all, again we will have to calculate the QC. Now the reaction is given to us CH4 2H2S CS2 plus 4H2, right? Here all these components are in the gaseous state, so we will be getting QC is equals to CS2 H2, we will be having it as in CH4 H2S whole square, right? Here now what we will have to do it is substitute the value CS2 0.9, H2 1.78 raised to 4, we are having it as in CH4, it's given to us 1.07, and H2 that is given to us H2S as 1.2 whole square. Now as I already told you that this calculation, your answer, you are going to get it by making it as a calculation. You will be getting the answer as 5.86. When I am doing the calculation, I got the answer as 5.86. By using the calculator, you can multiply these numbers and divide it, and you will get this answer. So what does this shows? Kc, it's a 3.6. QC, it's a 5.86. Therefore, QC is greater than Kc. What does this reaction shows? QC is greater than Kc. Therefore, reaction will proceed in backward direction. Reaction will go it in the backward, because more than the concentration of at an equilibrium is being converted into product, so it will try to reduce and it will go it for the backward direction, right? Okay, similarly for the second value, let's do it. These are the only the values that are going to be changed. This you will be getting it as 1.25, 1.75, this is 2, and this is going to be 3 square. So you will be getting it as 1.25, this one will become as raised to 4. So by using the calculator, if I just go it through the calculation, what we will be getting it is 1.75 I will just make it as a whole calculation. .72. This one will be 3 3s are 9, 9 to the 18. So 0.65. Here we get it as 0.65. So what does this shows? Here it indicates that again Kc was 3.6, Qc is 0.65. Therefore Qc is much less than Kc. This time we got it as Qc is less than Kc. Therefore reaction will proceed in forward direction. Right? This is what the we will be having the numericals to done. Whether QC, KC, these are the things that we will have to find out, and then we will have to do it, right? Okay, let's do another one which is a different numerical, different than the what we did it till now. uh, this time it's a somewhat typical sum, right? Make it sure that you just observe it, make the calculations, note it in the book very carefully. 13.8 grams 13.8 grams of N2O4 was placed in 1 liter reaction vessel at 400 Kelvin and allowed to attain equilibrium. N2O4 gets converted into twice NO2. The total pressure at equilibrium was found to be 9.15 bar. Calculate Kc, Kp and partial pressure at equilibrium. See, during this numerical, it's a totally different than what we were having it, right? Neither Kc is given, neither Kp is given, everything is there to be calculated. So what is the first thing that we will do it is, it's told to me PV is equals to nRT. I know it, the volume is given to me, 1 liter. Total pressure, that is there to be finding out, we are not been given, right? N, that is number of moles, we will be getting it as 2 minus 1, that is 1 mole. Again, in place of doing it like that, it's told to me this much gram is taken, N2O4 changes to twice NO2. Initial what will be getting it, number of moles 13.8 divided by the number of moles of it are molar mass is 92, so we are getting it as 0.15. See, this is a calculations that I am doing it. The reason is every time we will be having it is in quite lengthy method that to go through, right? Okay, R is given to us 0.082, T is given to us 400 K, right? Okay, so by using the equation PV is equals to nRT, substitute the value and we will be getting the answer, right? We will be getting the answer as this P is equals to nRT by V, N 0.15, 0.082, 400 by 1. So you will be getting the answer, that is 4.98 bar. We were taking it as the unit as bar, right? So these were the moles. So initial pressure N2O4 twice NO2, initial pressure 4.98 bar. At that time there is nothing used, X, so this one will become as 2x. So at equilibrium 4.98 minus x, and this one will become as 2x, right? this is what we got it. Now what will be the total pressure at equilibrium? This is the total pressure at equilibrium. Now total pressure at equilibrium is 4.98 minus x, that is plus 2x, and that value we got it as, that is equals to the total pressure that is given to me. It's a 9.15. It was told to me. Total pressure at equilibrium. Total pressure at equilibrium was found to be 9.15. So now calculating it, I will calculate the value of x, and we will be getting it as 4.98 plus x is equals to 9.15. So x is 9.15 minus 4.98. So we will be getting the answer equals to 4.17 bar. Okay. Now, once we get the value of x, we can say that partial pressure of N2O4, that is 4.98 minus x, that is 4.98 minus 4.17, that will be getting it as 0.81 bar. Same way, partial pressure of NO2 will be 2x, 2 into 4.17, that will be getting it as 8.34 bar. That is the partial pressures that we got it. Now if I want to calculate the Kp, this is the first factor we got it, partial pressure. Now we will go it for the calculation of Kp. We will be getting it as Kp is equals to P of NO2 whole square by P of N2O4. Right? Now this value is given to us, 8.34 whole square and 0.81. So we will be getting it as an answer as 85.87. 85.87 bar. Right? Now I want to calculate Kc. We are having it as a formula Kp equals to Kc into RT raised to delta n. Right? Now from this we will be getting it as an delta n, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So Kc is equals to Kp upon RT raised to 1. That is, we got it as an Kp as 85.87 and Kc R is 0.082 T400. So we will be getting the Kc equals to 2.6. So we got it as in, first of all, the partial pressure, then we got it Kp, we got the Kc, right? Okay, all this, the numerical, you try to understand. And the last one, as I already told you, that there is something important to be done. So make it sure that you make a practice of all the numericals that are given in our textbook as well as in the exercise, right? Solve it in your home in your classwork notebook, all the numericals. From the next lecture, we will be going through another theory of de Chatelier's principle, that is the factors affecting to this equilibrium or to the chemical equilibrium, right? Till then, thank you.